Hello students, today we will continue our previous topic of parameters influencing properties of rotor spun yarn. So this topic has been taken from two books. Number one is New Spinning Systems by Professor R.B. Mahendra Gowda, Encode Publications, IIT Delhi. And second is Reiter Manual of Spinning, Alternate Spinning Systems and New Spinning Systems by Dr. H. Stalder. In the last lecture, we have studied that there are process parameters and fiber characteristics which affect the structure and quality of the rotor spun yarns. And we were studying process parameters. And in the process parameters, the following points are coming: opening roller wire profile, opening roller speed, rotor dia, rotor wall angle, rotor groove shape, draft nozzle. So in the last lecture, we studied that what are the specifications of the wire profile, which are important for different types of fibers, for example, cotton and man-mades. And what is the effect of opening roller speed? And for every fiber material, there is an optimum opening roller speed which should be followed. Now we will study the next point, that is effect of rotor speed. So rotor speed in relation to opening roller speed influence fiber configuration in the yarn. It also affects twist level in the yarn at certain speed. So rotor speed is decided and it is correlated to opening roller speed also. An increase in the rotor speed for a given twist factor at constant opening roller speed means that if you keep the opening roller speed constant, and then if you increase the rotor speed only, then what will happen? So following things will be observed: increased feed rate of sliver, and it will cause poor fiber individualization. Means if you increase the rotor speed at a constant opening roller speed, this will increase the feeding rate of the sliver, and it will affect the fiber individualization and it will be poor. Second is increased number of belts and wrapper fibers in the yarn. So this change in the condition that if you increase the rotor speed, the number of belts and wrapper fibers will also increase in the yarn. This will ultimately cause lower strength and elongation of the yarn. So increase in rotor speed will result in somewhat poor properties of the yarn in regard to strength and elongation of the yarn. Next point is rotor dia. In this we will study that which rotor dia is good for different types of fibers and what is the effect of the rotor speed in relation to rotor dia. So rotor dia determines centrifugal force and draft tension during spinning. yarn draft tension is proportional to ND, where N is rotor speed and D is rotor dia. So to keep this tension constant, yarn draft tension constant, it means product of N and D should be kept constant. Hence, increase in rotor speed should be accompanied by decrease in rotor speed. Why? Because we have to keep the product ND constant. There is another point which is considered in this condition, that why we are doing so? Because draft tension in the yarn during spinning should be 10 to 20% of the average yarn strength. If we are not following this rule, if the tension in the yarn is above 20% of the average yarn strength, then breakage in the machine will be very high and efficiency of the machine will be very less, and it will affect the efficiency and breakage will be there. So we have to keep the tension in the level of 10 to 20% of the average yarn strength. So centrifugal force acting on the fibers at the sliding wall is also proportional to N square D. So larger rotor dia and fewer yarn imperfections due to improved twisting efficiency, due to increased binding zone of fibers at the collecting surface. So larger, as the dia will increase, we will observe lesser imperfections because twisting efficiency will be good and binding in zone, the binding in will be better in case of large dia rotors. So maximum yarn strength is attained with the smallest rotor. So in regard to strength, we are getting maximum yarn strength for smallest rotor. So for cotton, it is observed that 31 mm dia give best results. And if ideal speed for a given rotor dia is exceeded, then slight decrease in tenacity is observed. So small rotor dia give better results, run faster, more productive, but sensitive to variations. It means what we can conclude from this discussion, that larger rotor dia is better from variation point of view and evenness imperfections point of view. But smaller rotors, if you use the smaller rotor, we can run it faster. It will give us more production. So smaller rotors are better. So it has been found that for processing cotton fiber, 31 mm rotor is giving best results. Although we can increase or decrease the diameter of the rotor, but accordingly the change in the properties of the yarn will be observed. So this has been shown, the rotor dia for different rotor speeds, that if the rotor dia is 40, then we can have a rotor speed 65,000 to 70,000. And if you reduce the rotor dia, we can have more speed, 75,000 to 85,000. And if further reduce the rotor dia 33 mm, we can have 80,000 to 90,000 RPM. For 31 mm, we can run the rotor at a speed of 85,000 to 1 lakh RPM. And for 28 mm, we can have the rotor speed in the range of 1 lakh to 1,50,000 RPM. So as we are reducing the rotor dia, we are able to run the rotor at higher speeds. So we can conclude that we can have better strength with the smaller rotor, and we can have better results. We can run it faster and we can have more production, but variations will be there. Evenness and imperfections will be there. So if we take care all these things, that draft tension in the yarn is in the range of 10 to 20% of the average yarn strength, and breakage rate will also be less. So today we have studied effect of rotor speed and effect of the rotor diameter. So we will continue our discussions in the next lecture. Then what are the other parameters which are affecting the properties of the yarn, structure and properties of the rotor spun yarns. So with this way I finish this lecture, and we will discuss in the next lecture the remaining points. Thank you.